your teacher for today. We're going to have a quiz. The two components of this quiz are comprehension and language. Before we start the quiz, I will explain to you the instructions and what is expected from you in every question. You know, for the comprehension section, you usually find these 5 or 6 questions, and you should know what is expected from you in every question. The first question that is present in all exams is true or false. Are sentences true or false and justify? Of course, you are given an idea, you know, and you need to tell whether this idea really exists in the text or not. The second question is answer the questions. Of course, you are given direct questions and you have to answer them. And you have to pay attention to the question word that starts, the question. If you have where, for example, we are asking here about what? Yeah, we're asking about place. If you have when, asking about time. Why? It's the cause, the reason, the purpose. What? This is a general question. How? It's the way, the way. How can we make a pancake? How many? It asks about number. So this is very important, okay? Before you answer the question, you should know what is the question about. It's about place, it's about time, about... Question number 3 is complete the sentence. The word complete here means finish. You are given the first part of the sentence or the first part of an idea, and you have to finish it. Number 4, find in the text words which mean the same as. Here, you need to find what? A synonym. It means a word that means the same thing. And for this, you have to be careful. If you are given a verb, you need to find a synonymous verb. If you are given a noun, find a synonymous noun. For the last one, this is quite easy. You are given words, usually pronouns, and you need to find the reference, the word that is referred to. If, for example, you say like, Aisha is a Moroccan student, she lives in Rabat. She here, of course, refers to Aisha, alright? So these are the questions you will have in your quiz for today. And these are the ones you will have maybe in all quizzes. Okay, for language exercises, you will have 3 exercises. The first one is about sentence forms. What do you mean by sentence forms? It simply means you take a sentence and you transform it into negative or interrogative and vice versa. An example. In the affirmative we have Julia lives in Madrid. Julia lives in Madrid. This is a sentence in the simple present, right? For the negative, what did you say? Julia doesn't live in Madrid. Julia doesn't live in Madrid. For the interrogative, of course, we have Madrid here. What's Madrid? It's the capital of Spain. It is what? It is a place. So the question we use for place, it is where. And of course, in questions, we need to use the auxiliary. The auxiliary for simple present here, it is does. So where does Julia live? Okay? Remember, question, auxiliary, subject, and verb. So this is the format or the form of the question, okay? Where does Julia live? So this is the first exercise you will have in the language section. The second exercise is conjunctions, connectors. The ones you have studied, I think, for this year are because, but, and, so, or, and. These are conjunctions. We call them also connectors. So depending on the meaning of the sentences you have, you choose the right connector. For example, here we have, I can't buy a new car. I can't buy a new car. In the second part, we have, I am poor and jobless. So what is the connector you might use here? Of course, it is because. So you can put it here. Okay? I can't buy a new car because I am poor and jobless. Is that clear? Okay. For the third exercise, it's going to be an easy one. It will be giving you sentences containing mistakes, and you will have to find the mistakes and correct them. Okay? Are you ready now? Okay, go ahead. Are you hungry? Okay. Okay, fine. Here is your text. It's about, of course, it's about social networking, like Facebook. Facebook, I think you all know Facebook. So let's read the text. Okay, read with me. Social networking websites like Facebook have negative effects on learners. Learners means students. And those who usually use such websites are more likely to get low marks at school and have problems with teachers. Professor Larry said, checking their Facebook page in class. Professor Larry said that the students' concentration fails because they keep checking their Facebook page in class. Students use Facebook in class. Too bad. The more time they use Facebook per day, the worse, pay attention to this, the worse students they become. The negative effects of overusing social media include making students unsuccessful, aggressive, and more likely and anti-social, you see, so they can't really communicate well because they are all the time, stuck with their, with their telephones, etc. Okay, children under 13 who overuse social sites on a daily basis are also more likely to deal with periods of depression, sleeping problems. They can also become fat and lazy. Fat and lazy because they are all the time, like using their phones and sitting or lying in their beds. However, this is another connector you should know. However, it's like but. Social networks have some positive effects as well. They help shy children interact more and make more friends. Of course, the word shy, somebody who can't talk to people, is shy. So with the use of Facebook, he can have friends online. Okay, I think it's the text is clear. It's about a familiar topic, Facebook. You all know Facebook. Anyway, okay. First question: true or false? Justify. The first statement: teachers like to see students using Facebook in class. Teachers love students to see students using Facebook in class. What do you think? True or false? Me as a teacher, would I like to have students chat in my class? What do you think? Yes or no? Of course, no. You say no, it is false. Yeah. How would you justify? You can have plenty of ways you can justify this. You can just pick one idea in the text and you can support your answer. For example, here you can say students can't what? You remember the verb? Can't concentrate. So this is one possible answer. You can have others, of course, okay? Number 2, social networks have no positive effects. They have only negative effects. What do you think? You as a Facebook user, do you think there is anything you can benefit from Facebook? Of course, yes. So what do you think? The sentence here or the statement here is, it is false because it has negative as well as positive effects. And you have, an idea that supports this, this statement. You remember at the end of the text, if you can go back, look at this one. However, social networks have some positive effects as well. They helped shy students interact more and make friends. All right? So you can have it here. Shy students can make friends, you see? So when you are answering this true or false question, you don't have to write too much. No, just false and a simple idea to support your answer. The same thing here, okay? False or true, a simple idea, a short sentence to support your answer. Okay, question number 2. Here you have direct questions. And of course, as I told you before, you have to pay attention to the question word. Is it where? Is it what? Is it when? Is it why? Etc. Okay? The question here is what? What? What are the negative effects of using Facebook or overusing Facebook? Do you remember? Talk about yourself, for example. You know, what are the negative effects that Facebook have on you? Yeah? Yeah, of course, it's like sleeping problems. Sleeping problems. You can have like lack of concentration in class. Okay? And of course, you have problems with your teachers as a result of, you know, your lack of concentration. Problems with teachers. With teachers, okay? Etc., etc. Okay? Question number 2. What does it start with? Why? When I ask about why, it's looking for the cause of something, okay? Why do students find it difficult to concentrate? Let me take you back to the text. Look at the text again. Why do students find it difficult to concentrate? Yeah? Yeah, you're right. Because we have here, because they keep checking, look at this one. They keep checking their Facebook page. Each time they want to check if they have received a new message. Oh, you see. You do this? You do the same thing? Too bad. Okay, so why? So of course, when we have why, the answer is, you know, starts with because. Okay, so I would say students fail to concentrate because they keep checking their Facebook. They keep checking their Facebook in class, of course. Okay, so remember, this is a bad habit, so please don't do it in class. You will make your teachers angry. Okay, next question. You have to complete, you know, finish the sentence you are given here. Teachers don't like bad students. They like students who what? Yeah, you can have different possibilities, many possible answers. Teachers like students who what? One example. Students who concentrate in class. Perfect. You see? So easy, you know? You just have to learn the techniques, you know, of dealing with the comprehension questions, okay? Next question. Find in the text words which mean the same as. Here you need to find synonyms, words which mean the same thing, okay? For example, the words big and large are synonyms, okay? Fine, let me take you back. So the first word is inactive. Inactive. I have active and inactive. The second word is violent. You know, violent, somebody who is violent. Okay, so let me take you back to the text. Okay, here you are. Which word means the same thing as inactive? You know, inactive. Yeah, here you are. It's lazy. Okay, it's lazy. How about the second word, which means violent? Somebody is, you know, violent. It is, yeah, you're right. Aggressive. So lazy, inactive, and aggressive, okay? So I could put them here. Lazy and, you know, aggressive. Okay, so aggressive is double G here. Okay, so the last word, I think this is the easiest one if you want to have extra points. There refers to what? Okay, want to go back to the text? There refers to what? There, Facebook. Who? There, who? Yes, it is. It is students. Their Facebook, my Facebook, your their Facebook. It refers to students. Okay. They helped. What helped? They helped shy students. They refers to what? No, not students. They helped students. They helped shy students. It is, yeah, it is website or social networking websites. Okay, social networking websites. As you said, they have negative as well as positive effects. Sometimes they can help. So they here, it refers to, you know, social networking website. Social websites. It's S, it's plural here, okay? Is that fine? You understand the question now? The questions, comprehension questions you have? Now move on to language. Language exercises, grammar, you know, function, vocabulary, everything. As I told you, you know, in the exercise you have here, you have to turn the sentences from affirmative to negative and then interrogative. The first one is Muna lives in Istanbul. Muna lives in Istanbul. What tense is this? What tense is this? Muna lives. I live, I work, I play. Simple presence. So what's the negative? Muna lives. Muna. Muna. Yeah? We saw this before in the example I gave you. Muna lives. Muna doesn't live in Istanbul. Muna doesn't live in Istanbul. Okay? Istanbul. What's Istanbul? In Turkey. You know, it's from movies, I guess, yeah? So Istanbul, it is a place. So the question for place, as you said, it is, where? So after the question word, we use the auxiliary, which is does. So where does Muna live? So this is how you form a good question. Where does Mona live? So we have question, auxiliary, subject, and verb. It's very important. Where does Mona live? Where does Mona study? Where does Muhammad work? You see? Question, or sentence 2. Moroccans make couscous on Fridays. Moroccans make couscous on Fridays. Moroccans make. It's simple present again. Moroccans make. Moroccans make. Moroccans make. Moroccans. Yeah? Moroccans make. Moroccans. You're right. Moroccans don't make. Don't make couscous every Friday. Moroccans make. Moroccans don't make. Okay. Now, question. Friday. On Friday. What's on Friday? It is time. So the question for time is when. And the auxiliary is do. And the subject is Moroccans. And of course, the verb. When do Moroccans make? When do Moroccans make couscous? They make it on Friday. Next question. I will write 9, 5, 4, 6, 7 number. I will write 9 paragraphs. I will write, I will is the future. The negative of I will, it is I will not. Or some people would say I won't write blah blah blah. Okay? Here the underlined word 9. What is 9? 4, 6, 7, 5. It is number. The question is for number. The question for number is how many? How many? How many brothers? How many sisters? How many? So how many? What? Yeah. How many paragraphs? And the auxiliary for the future, it is will. How many paragraphs will you write? How many paragraphs will you write? Okay, fine. And the question mark. Next question. They are crying. They are crying because their friend had an accident. They are crying. They are crying because their friend had an accident. They are crying because their friend has an accident. Look at this one here. They are crying. I am crying. I am crying now. What tense is this? Conjugation. What tense is it? Present continuous. That's right, yeah. They are crying. The negative is easy here, okay? So you don't use don't, doesn't. You just simply say they are not. They aren't. They are not, okay? They are not crying. Blah, 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 okay? They are not crying. And of course, when you have this sentence that starts with because, okay? The question is why? Yeah, you're right. Why? Because. Why? So, why? And here you don't have to change anything. Just they are they? Why are they? Why are they crying? Why are they? Why are they crying? You, why are you crying? Why are you laughing? Am I funny? Yeah, I am. A bit funny, yeah. Okay. I invited Mr. Williams to the wedding. I invited in the past. I invited. And the negative, as you can see here, this is a simple past, right? I invited. What's the negative? I invited. The negative, I didn't invite Mr. Williams. I didn't invite Mr. Williams. Williams, Jack, father, it's a people, person, okay? And the question for person is how? No, it's not how. Pronunciation difference. Who, okay? So who, auxiliary, who did you invite? Who did you invite for your wedding? I invited, my uncle, my cousin, okay? I invited my uncle to my wedding. I invited Mr. Williams to my wedding. Okay? So please, this is very important. You should learn how to change your sentence form from affirmative to negative and interrogative. Because this is what you do all the time when you write. You all the time need to know how to speak in the negative, ask questions, etc. Okay? Alright. Move on now to exercise number 2 in language. It's about conjunctions. You have here 3 pairs of sentences, and I want you to connect them using the appropriate conjunction. In the first sentence, Paul keeps checking his Facebook in class. His teachers get very angry. Paul in class, normally he should be listening to his teacher, but he is not, He is checking his messages, Facebook messages. Teachers get angry. Okay, what's the connector we can use here? Because, yeah. Because, we can use because, but we have to. But the right connector here is so. Yeah, so. Paul keeps checking messages, so, his teachers get very angry. You see? I am sick, so I can't go to work today. I am sick, so I can't go to work today. Next pair of sentences. Most students in my class got 0. Have you ever got 0 in class? In mathematics? Maybe? It's not too hard. Okay. They can't concentrate in class. Students in my class got 0. They can't concentrate in my class. Concentrate in class. What's the connector here? Yeah, here we can use because. Most students in my class got 0 because they can't concentrate in class. Here you can drop this dot here, okay, this period. Most students in my class got 0 because they can't concentrate in class. Here, teachers do their best to explain the lessons. Teachers work hard. They explain the lessons, the grammar, you know, the philosophy. Some students don't want to learn. Yeah, it's a problem here. Teachers want to teach, students don't want to learn. The connector here is, yeah, it is, but it's a problem here, okay? Teachers want to teach, but students don't want to learn. What kind of students are you? Are you one of those who don't want to learn, or those who really want to learn? So, you should learn. Anyway, next exercise. It's about correcting the mistakes. In the 4 sentences you have here, there are some mistakes, some problems, some, you know, something that is not correct. And you have to find it and correct it. The first one, what does Leila like to do in his free time? What does Leila like to do in his free time? What does Leila like to do in his free time? There is something that is not correct in this sentence. What is it? Yes, it is this one. Yes, it is the possessive adjective. Yes, his. We don't say his for Leila. Leila is a girl. It's feminine. So we don't say his. We say her. Leila. What does Leila like to do in her free time? Number 2. To ask for opinion, to give, to ask for opinion. Opinion, opinion. Okay, what do you think about? Okay. You say, I am sorry. Do you say, I am sorry when you want to ask for opinion? No, I'm sorry, we say it when you apologize. Oh, sorry, teacher. Okay, so this is not correct. So to ask for opinion, you say, simply say, what is your opinion about? For example, what is your opinion about my lesson for today? How much friends do you have on Facebook? How much friends do you have on Facebook? How much friends? Even it doesn't sound really good English. How much friends? Friends is countable. 1 friend, 2 friends. So we don't use much. The correct word we should use is many. And you say, how many friends do you have? Last sentence. Are Peter go to the gym yesterday? Are Peter go to the gym yesterday? Yesterday. It's the past. And it's a question. What's the auxiliary we use? We had it in the previous exercise. Do, does? No. Does is simple present, but yesterday it is, yes, did. So we say, did Peter go to the gym yesterday? Did Peter go to the gym yesterday? So that's it. I hope you have enjoyed and learned a lot from this lesson. Thank you and bye-bye.